Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, good sir. No. You look like Diamond City material. Welcome to the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Safe, happy, a fine place to come. Spend your money. Settle down. Don't let this muckraker here tell you otherwise, all right?
And here we are on final approach to Diamond City. And per usual, the security forces are engaged with the super muties that live over here. We might as well help them get some XP. If you're lucky, sort of. Particularly in vanilla game, these guys tend to die to the super mutants, and they drop some pretty good armor, which you otherwise cannot get your hands on. Killing them yourself means aggravating Diamond City, so you probably don't want to do that.
My spider senses are starting to tingle.
That was a close one. Let's see. Let's use the 10 mil. I hit him 3 times in the head. Alright. There he is. That's one. I think that's the last one. One more shot. Of course he goes into hiding. I did see this. What do I get? Souvenir, drinking glass. I feel a lot of display cases coming on. There we go.
Damn. Not afraid of mutants, huh?
You're welcome.
Looking for Diamond City? Just
Good. There we go. 101.4%. Yeah, he has been stuck at 99.9 for so long. It started to irritate. A ghoul.
Thanks a lot.
Oh.
Remember the last time I had clean fingernails?
Well, you're a ghoul. I don't think you have fingernails. Alright, let's mop up the rest.
Hey.
Oh, right, another dog meat is jumping in my face. Here is another public announcement, and this is a very important one. I'm sure it'll be addressed in the future, but at the time of recording this video, dog meat got himself into quite a bit of a pinch. The sub-basement that we just left at Vault-Tec HQ does not permit dog meat to actually leave. Once he gets in, he cannot reach the hatch to get out. And I could not get him out. I tried sending him to other settlements, did not work. I tried loading, reloading, in and out of the sub-basement like, I don't know, 20 times. Nothing worked. I'll tell you the solution in a moment.
I'm standing out in the open here for crying out loud.
I got orders not to let you in, Miss Piper. I'm sorry. I'm just doing my job.
Ooh, just doing your job. Protecting Diamond City means keeping me out, is that it? Oh, look, it's the scary reporter.
I'm sorry, but Mayor McDonough's really steamed, Piper. Saying that article you wrote was all lies. The whole city's in a tizzy.
Ugh. You open this gate right now, Danny Sullivan. I live here. You can't just lock me out. You want into Diamond City, right?
What? Who are you?
Shh. Play along. What's that? You said you're a trader up from Quincy? You have enough supplies to keep the general store stocked for a whole month? Huh. You hear that, Danny? You gonna open the gate and let us in, or are you gonna be the one talking to crazy Myrna about losing out on all the supply?
Jeez, all right. No need to make it personal, Piper. Give me a minute.
Better head inside quick before old Danny catches on to the bluff.
You first.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Piper, who let you back inside? I told Sullivan to keep that gate shut. You devious, rabble-rousing slanderer. The level of dishonesty in that paper of yours. I'll have that printer scrapped for parts.
Ooh, that a statement, Mr. McDonough? Tyrant mayor shuts down the press. Why don't we ask the newcomer? You support the news? Because the mayor's threatened to throw free speech in the dumpster.
What newspaper are you talking about?
Mine. Public Occurrences. And we're the hard look at the truth. So are you with us or not?
Well, I do support free speech.
Always believed in freedom of the press.
Rightly so. A true medium for the people.
Oh, I didn't mean to bring you into this argument, good sir. No. You look like Diamond City material. Welcome to the great green jewel of the Commonwealth. Safe, happy, a fine place to come. Spend your money. Settle down. Don't let this muckraker here tell you otherwise, all right?
You used to be a used car salesman in a previous life, right? You're full of it. Well, that's something I would say, personally, that usually doesn't pay off. Let's pretend we're friends.
I'm sure your city's a great place.
Yeah, greatest house of cards in the Commonwealth. Until the wind blows.
Now, was there anything particular you came to our city for?
Yes.
Just looking for something.
Oh, what is it you're looking for?
Who would I talk to about finding a missing person?
Oh, whatever you do, don't bother going to Diamond City Security for help.
Don't listen to her. Well, I'm afraid that our security team can't follow every case that comes through. I'm confident that you can find help here. Diamond City has every conceivable service known to man. One of our great citizens can surely find the time to help you.
And here comes charisma again.
A mayor of a great city must know everyone. Who can help me?
Well, there is one private citizen, Nick Valentine, a detective of sorts who specializes in tracking people down, usually for debts or whatnot. Now, I have to get going. I'm sorry, Diamond City Security doesn't have time to help, but I'm sure Mr. Valentine charges a reasonable fee.
This is ridiculous. I want the truth, McDonough. What's the real reason security always shrivels away when talk of missing persons
I've had
comes
enough
up?
of this, Piper. From now on, consider you and that little sister of yours on notice.
Yeah, keep talking, McDonough. That's all you're good for. I'm impressed. Not everyone can claw information out of McDonough's tight-fisted hands. Why don't you stop by my office after you see Valentine? I think I just found my next story.
Alright, now quickly back to Dogmeat, as I was telling you. The only way to get him out of that bloody basement was to blow him up. So dear old Dogmeat here, aw, poor guy, he ate 3 mines and a Molotov. But it knocked him out, and no sooner had I left the building and he warped right back to Sanctuary where I picked him up. So yeah, that is a little workaround. There's also a console command you can use if you're not playing on survival. Unfortunately, I am, so I could not use that little trick. The official bug report has been put in, and I'm sure the Sim Settlement team will address it in due time. So be careful which companions you bring down into the sub-basement. Not the regular one, but the sub-basement of the Voltec HQ. Cosworth did get out. Not always. It took me a while, but eventually he flew out, and that's probably why he got out, because he can fly. And talking of Cotsworth, you love me, don't you? Oh. I expected his perk to show up, but I guess he needs to love me a little bit more. That's a shame. Alright. Hopefully before we see Piper. In we go.
Sir,
this is the famous Diamond City. I suppose I hope to find more of a gem than a dusty home base. Civilization in the rough, if you will.
I've never seen this conversation. Wait a minute. Oh, this is the 100% affinity conversation. But what he just said, I never heard. Alright, so let's see. What does he have to say?
So gracious, sir. I do appreciate it. I've always had such admiration for you and your family, ever since the day my visual senses were first switched on. You and the missus, so good with young Sean, and so trusting of me to look after such a newborn bundle of joy. It just warms my nuclear core. So you can imagine the distress I felt when the bombs fell, after you fled to the vault. I searched but found no evidence of your death. I could only hope you all made it in time. And when you returned, I was overjoyed. I admit I ran a full diagnostic scan just to make sure I wasn't malfunctioning. But the news of the missus and Sean, believe me when I say it takes a true hero to live through that.
I'm no hero, Codsworth. Believe me.
Don't sell yourself short, sir. In such a bleak world as this, think of all you've witnessed and all you've done. In my 200 years, I've seen it tear good men and women apart. But you, sir, you have remained the very model of what humanity should aspire to be.
Oh, really? Stop it.
Enough, Codsworth.
All right, all right. I have said my piece and meant every word. Take it as you will. But I do still believe if anyone can help the Commonwealth regain its former glory, it's you. Now, not another word. I stand firm in my belief. Let's get back to it.
Alright, there we go. Highest level of affinity, the robot sympathy perk. And so what is the robot sympathy perk? We can simply find that here under perks. Here are all the perks you select from your perk list, but also the permanent ones from magazines, and in this case, where is it? Robot sympathy. Your companion one. Thanks to the relationship with Codsworth, damage from robot energy weapon is reduced by 10%, and that's gonna be beautiful. This also means I can send Codsworth on his way, because you don't need him as a companion just to enjoy that little perk. Before we do that, there is something I want to try and find.
How are the paper sales?
Well, the presses are getting overloaded. That motor is going to go soon if we don't replace it.
You've been saying that for weeks and the old girl still keeps cranking. Stop worrying so much. I gotta head into the office. You start whistling if you see any angry politicians coming our way.
Why? Is something wrong? Piper? Everyone who's anyone reads public occurrences.
Right, so the motor...
A few things first. We'll talk later.
The motor on this press is dying. Do you see a motor? This is a hand-cranked press. But, alright, we'll just ignore that.
Free paper to newcomers. If the Institute grabs you in the night, at least we warned you.
Where does the paper come from? And what is the Institute?
The Institute?
You ain't heard of the Institute, mister? They snatch people up in the night and no one hears from them again. It's all in the paper. Better read up before they grab you, too.
Oh my, who's missing?
Who's gone missing?
Drifters, residents, stadium seat snobs. Seems every year or so, someone's gone, and we all know why. So you better be careful, newcomer. The Institute is out there, and they'll grab you too. Like I said, it's all in the paper.
Big Brother is watching you. Yeah, what to answer? I actually do believe you.
Thanks.
You're a real lost lamb in the wolf's den, mister.
Ain't that the truth?
Ain't
What
that.
else?
You won't believe what's in the next issue. Just you wait.
Alright. So here's the first copy. And the second copy comes out after our quick little interview with Piper. And if you want to read it, you'll have to pause it. But you knew that already. I don't remember this paper being so long. Alright, there we go. Now, the thing I wanted to look for before I send good old Cotsworth on his way is clothing. Now, she might have it. Let's see. I don't think she has clothing.
I don't know you. Just keep your distance.
Why?
Because I don't know you, and I will not serve a synth pretending to be human. So are you human?
Crazy Myrna. Now don't joke with her, because otherwise she will not surface you and you will not be able to access her shop except at night when the surface robot is working. So just tell her you're human.
Human as the day I was born.
Well, you do look human enough, but I'll be watching you. I have eyes like a... Well, they're good eyes. Got it? All right.
Hawk.
We can do business, but no funny stuff.
Okay, let's barter with the nutcase.
Anything you need.
No, I sincerely doubt that. Let's see. Blue mining head, crushed dinner. Nope, not what I was looking for. Oh, that's pretty nice. What's the cost? Can just afford it, but that's not gonna happen. Alright. So maybe the clothes store has what I'm looking for, since it is clothing that I'm looking for. Let's see.
Hello. Have you been here before?
What's it matter?
Because Fallon's isn't a charity. The clothes are for sale if you have the money. No lifting, all right?
You have some kind of problem with shoplifters?
Nothing me and my 10 gauge haven't been able to handle. Now that we understand each other, welcome to Fallon's. Happy to show you everything in stock.
Cool.
Fallon's basement. Interesting name.
Yeah, it's ancient. There was a Fallon's here back even before the war. Granddad always said we had a tradition of quality and affordability. Guess affordability got too expensive for some folks. Damn thieves. And it ain't like Diamond City security helps.
Why doesn't Diamond City security help you?
Phew. My husband got taken, all right? By the Institute. Security wouldn't look into it. I raised a stink, and now I'm blacklisted.
Oh boy.
Your husband was taken by the Institute?
Well, he ain't here anymore, that's for sure. Not like the Institute leaves a trail besides those damn synths.
I say he went off with the secretary.
What's a synth?
You're joking, right? A synth. Those machine people the Institute builds. Some of them even look human. Enough you wouldn't know the difference. Lucky me, huh? The Institute takes my Charlie and doesn't even bother replacing him.
What do you know about synths?
Just what I read in the papers. That the Institute builds them, and some even look human. So much you can't tell the real difference. Lucky me, huh? The Institute takes my Charlie and doesn't even bother replacing him.
Alright, let's see if
Let's see what you've got.
A paying customer. Finally.
Yes, a paying customer. No. There we go. Champion chess piece. Oh, that's a very nice one, but a little expensive. Nope. And she doesn't have what I'm looking for. Dang nabbit, I've been trying to get a bowler hat ever since I started this series for Codsworth, because that is pretty much the only thing he wears as far as I know. But I can't seem to find a bowler hat. Oh, that is so annoying. Oh well, I'm sure we'll run into one at some point. But I wanted to give it to him before we left.
What have you done with the real Riley? Where's my brother?
Uh-oh.
I swear I'm not a synth. Don't shoot, for God's sakes, we're family!
Put the gun down now.
He's a synth! He'll kill us all! Kyle, no!
Okay.
Okay, show's over. There are no synths in Diamond City. Hear me? Just you folks and your damn paranoia.
Whoa. I don't think I've ever seen the security guard make a headshot on this guy. Alright, Kyle. Since you won't be needing this, don't mind me ripping your brother clean here. It's not like he's gonna be using it.
I need you to step away, Skipper.
Hey.
Oh.
Why didn't you listen to me? I told you I wasn't a synth.
Says you.
What happened?
I'm not a synth. I told him. I kept telling him. Why didn't he listen to me? I need a minute.
What's everyone still standing around for?
Excuse me.
Go back to your own damn business. Hey, told you to move along. Find somewhere else to gawk.
I understand, officer. I just want to know what happened.
What, you didn't hear the shouting? Guy pulls a gun on his own brother, thinking he's a synth. It's that newspaper's fault. Got people all riled up, thinking their own family might be replaced by machines. Look, I'm sorry you got caught up in all this, but it's over, okay? Just go about your business like nothing happened. Better that way.
Yeah, like nothing ever happened.
Officer?
Nothing to see here.
Let's see, there is one other thing I need. And as you can see, Crazy Myrna has been replaced by the night robot, Percy.
Closed, but Diamond City Surplus is open 24 hours a day.
Okay.
Let's see what you have.
Oh, goody.
Because I need something else, and I hope to dear God he sells it. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to go all the way back to... Ah, here it is. There we go. Military backpack. Done. Good. Because we're going to get Piper as a companion now, and we're going to send off Cosworth since we don't need him anymore. Which means I want a new backpack for Piper. And now that I'm here, I might as well use the free bench. Let's see, that is weapons. Where's the armor bench? There it is. We can use this to suit this for Piper. So, what are we going to give to Piper? Let's see. Energy resists, improved endurance, intelligence, radiation resist, charisma. Yeah, most of those don't seem very useful for a NPC because they don't really rely on those things. So I'd say either endurance or energy resist. Endurance or energy resist. That's a tough one. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments, what do you think is better for an NPC companion? Energy resist or endurance? I think I'm gonna go with endurance. A little bit of extra health. Yep, gunners it is. Alright, so, the color. Let's make it match to mine, I think. Or shall we go black? Nah, urban camo's fine. And the add-on. Now, what add-on do we want? Oh, of course, we don't have any crafting materials on us, or at least not enough. But what should we give her once we get back? Resistance and radiation resistance. Yeah, radiation resistance. I don't think NPC companions suffer from radiation damage, so that's kind of useless, I think. Damage resistance is handy. Medic, don't need that because NPCs regenerate super fast out of combat. Extra bag is useful. So we'll do that when we're back at Sanctuary.
I get that myself sometimes.
Don't need anything today.
Oh, very well.
Okay. I don't like talking to you, Percy. You sound awfully lot like another robot I don't particularly like. Alright, here's the office, right? Diamond City's newspaper. Oh, there it says public occurrences. Alright.
Hey, Piper.
Holding up, Blue?
Why are you calling me that?
'Cause you're a vault dweller? I know you're not wearing the blue jumpsuit right now, but the Pip-Boy and that fish out of water look, dead giveaways. So here's the deal. I want an interview. Your life story in print. I think it's time Diamond City had a little outside perspective on the Commonwealth. You do that, and I'll tell you what. I'll come with you. Watch your back while you get used to the world above ground.
By that description, Jake should also be a vault dweller. Alright, let's see. Let's be funny.
Here's your headline. Local man says no.
Gonna be like that, huh? Smart ass. Fine. We'll do this later, but I want that interview, got me?
Oh, okay. Well, I'll talk to her again, I guess.
You ready for that interview now, Blue?
Let's see, what's involved?
What kind of interview is this gonna be?
I ask you who you are, get your opinion on life out there, and maybe load up a few tough questions and keep it interesting. What do you say?
Alright.
Piper, I'm in.
Good. Let's get down to business. So, I know you're from a vault. How would you describe your time on the inside?
My family and I were frozen. I didn't spend much time in the vault.
Wait, they boxed you up in a fridge? The whole time? Are you saying you were alive before the war?
The war? Which war?
The one that gave us this lovely landscape of demolished buildings and nuclear radiation every 10 feet? You're telling me you saw everything before they blasted it into pieces?
Shall I be sarcastic or honest? Let's be honest.
Yes. I'm over 200 years old.
Oh my god. The man out of time. So, you've seen the Commonwealth, Diamond City. How does it compare to your old life?
Can you even compare the two? The world out here? It's not even close to the one I left.
Feeling a little homesick, are we? Can't say I blame ya. Now, the big question. You came all this way looking for someone. Who is it?
I lost family, okay? I'm trying to get one of them back.
What's their name, Blue? Who are they?
My son, Sean, was kidnapped. He's not even a year old.
The parent after the missing child. As heartbreaking today as it ever was. Tell me, do you suspect the Institute's involved?
The Institute? Who were they?
That, Blue, is the biggest mystery in the Commonwealth. No one really knows who or where they are, but their handiwork is all over. Synths. Synthetic people. Sent from their hidden labs to do the Institute's dirty work. Sometimes they even replace a person with a synth double. A little covert agent no one would ever suspect. Now, not everything that goes wrong has the Institute behind it, but there's always a chance. That's why I'm asking.
They make synthetic people?
That's right. There are two major kinds you have to watch out for. The first is an obvious fake. Skin looks like plastic, skeleton might even be showing. You see groups of them scouring the Commonwealth, killing people and scavenging what's left. I reported on University Point a while back. Whole town got cleaned out. The second type of synth is the real deal. With skin, blood, warm smiles, and guilty glances, just like a good old-fashioned human. So, do you think they could be involved? The Institute, or one of their agents?
I don't really know. They might be.
Sure sounds like they might be.
Not even a baby is safe from them. And people wonder why I can't just look the other way. For the last part of our interview, I'd like to do something different. I want you to make a statement to Diamond City directly. The threat of kidnapping is all but ignored in the Commonwealth. Everyone wants to pretend it just doesn't happen. What would you say to someone out there who's lost a loved one but might be too scared or too numb to the world to look for them?
Well, do what I do.
You can only take it one day at a time. Just keep going. That's all anyone can do.
We're all just doing what we have to, huh? I think my readers can relate to that. That's everything. It's gonna take some time to put this all together, but I think your story is gonna give Diamond City plenty to talk about. Anyway, I agreed to come with you, right? Watch your back? Just say the word when you're ready. I can't wait to see where this story goes next.
Alright, cool. So let's pick her up as a companion. Codsworth, you're in charge of Sanctuary now.
Hey, Piper.
Heading my way?
Let's see. Yes.
Sure, let's go.
Will do.
Miss Wright, I trust you'll do your best to put the safety of my master before your own personal gain.
Of course, Codsworth. Jesus. Lucky for me, those two things go hand in hand.
How would you know that? You barely know me. Alright. I'll send him to Sanctuary for now. And I think I'll put him in charge of Grey Garden later. Go live with your own kind. Now, that Piper is friendly to me, I can actually rob the poor lady blind. What's that for? Oh god, yeah, she keeps asking there. What's that for? Oh, yo. Okay. And another press with no motor.
20 minutes later.
So, can we sleep here? I don't believe so. Nope. And without the sleep or save mod, that's not gonna happen. Oh, I know. We'll go to the Dugout Inn, and we'll get a bed over there. Oh wait, is the Dugout Inn still open? That's a good question.
Can't believe you eat that food. Only one thing worth buying in a Dugout Inn, and that's the booze. Man's gotta eat. What can I say? A real Diamond City boy eats at the noodle stand. Newcomer, huh? Talk to Abbott at the wall if you want a history lesson.
Right.
Bye. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of interaction going on in Diamond City, and sometimes it stacks up like that. Alright, here we go.
Vadim, I need to talk. Just a minute, Yetim. I am in middle of story. So then, I am crossing river, right? Wearing nothing but a smile. When out comes the most dangerous of all sea monsters, a Meyerlurk.
A Meyerlurk? Come on. That's like 2 out of 10 points of danger tops. Now, if you want to talk something really deadly.
Vadim! I forgot you were there, you fiend. What is it?
You know what? Never mind. I'll handle it myself. You there. We need to have a conversation.
Okay, this is what I mean. One conversation going on, and the next one shows up.
Do I know you?
No. But I've heard of you. I'm always looking for people who know how to handle themselves in dangerous situations.
I don't mind danger, so long as I get paid well enough.
You will be well paid. I can promise you that. By the way, I'm Edward Deegan. You'll mostly be working for me, but you'll need to talk to my boss first. His name is Jack Cabot. He likes to personally interview everyone I hire. He's careful like that. Come down to Cabot House in Beacon Hill and ask to talk to Jack. I'll let him know you're coming.
Alright, that's a different quest line that we just started, but that can wait indefinitely as far as I know, so that's not an issue.
Question for you. Tell me, are you worried about the possible infiltration of Diamond City's ruling elite by synths?
Yeah, Piper, I am. But I ain't buying your lousy newspaper.
Oh, well, thanks, I guess.
Alright.
See this bar? I killed a man for it. No, I kid. He is dead, though. Now, let me know when you're ready to order.
Alright, let's not start this conversation. I just want a place to sleep for tonight.
Oh, a customer. Need a room?
Yes. Now, when you rent this room, this is actually permanent, so you can come here and sleep anytime you want. So 10 caps, that's nothing.
Alright, here's your money.
You're in room 2, just through the door.
Thank you. I'll talk to him later for a more interesting conversation. Right now, I just want to get some sleep. Yeah, you can't take this. It's weird. It's my room. Oh well. No less than 6 hours. Good.
Have a nice day.
You too, Yezim. We go. Now
Big,
let's...
loud, full of corrupt officials and brown-nosing citizens, but it's home.
Yeah, kind of sounds like most part of today's Earth. Let's see. Oh, it's still morning. Ah, the shops are opening. Great. I will quickly go to Abbott and see if he's bugged again. Last time I played the game, he was bugged. He would not give me his paint mission. Looks like the mayor has something to say.
Not even a paid contract.
Because Algernon told us to. And the captain's not a man you ignore.
Well, I just might. I got better things to be doing.
Well, it was nice knowing you. I'll hire a preacher to say some nice words when we bury you.
You really think he'd put me in the ground? Just over something like that?
At the very least, he'd put your head through a wall.
Maybe we should just keep on looking.
Yeah, maybe we should.
Alright, so...
Where do you think you're going? Now, you better answer if you want to keep those teeth.
Uh-oh. Let's respond in kind, shall we?
Get out of my way.
Or what?
Will you just leave them alone? We're not meant to start trouble with the locals.
Yeah? Well, how do we know this ain't the man we're looking for?
He doesn't even match the description. Now come on, let's go. We got work to do.
God, you son of... You got lucky this time, Wastelander. I better not see your face again.
I love that armor. Did you see what he wrote on the back? And some other parts of his body. Alright.
Excuse me. Excuse me.
These are gunners. Alright, well, off they go. Let's listen to the mayor.
Allegations of the press. God bless this city. God bless the wall.
Oh, well. Looks like we missed a speech.
Hey.
Yep, that was it. Alright, off we go. Sorry about that, but he doesn't say anything interesting as far as I recall. Now let's see if Abbott isn't still bugged.
Working hard.
Touch the paint.
Don't worry, I won't.
It's okay, Abbott. I got my eye on this one.
Good. The wall keeps out the bad guys, so I appreciate you not messing her up none. Thinking you need a little education. Maybe a bit of community service. What do you say?
Oh good, I get his mission this time.
What do you need done?
You see this paint I'm using? Only one place left in the whole Commonwealth you can get it. Hardware Town. Ruin store close by to the west. Bring back a can of paint and it'll be 100 caps in your pocket. How does that sound?
Sounds like I want more XP.
Only if you throw in some more money.
Fine. Pay you 125 caps.
Nope.
I think you can do better than that.
Driving a hard bargain, huh? 150 caps.
Let's do a quick save, just in case. There we go.
Last chance. Make this worth my while or I walk.
Got me by the short hairs here. 200 caps. That's all I have.
Cool.
Paint retrieval. I'm on it.
Much obliged.
Wonderful. Yeah. I kind of feel sorry extorting them all for their money using my unrivaled charm and charisma, but it's the XP I'm really after. I don't care about the rest. Who am I stealing this from, if I steal this? I don't know. Alright, so we picked up a couple of simple missions, but at long last, Ron's is here. And it looks like this is new. I don't remember this many, what do you call this? This farm being here. Could just be me, though. Alright. Plenty of other little quests around town. I'm sure we'll clean them up at some point. Let's just do sim settlements for now. Run. Runny boy.
Don't sit your hip self down.
This is a waiting room? Oh, okay. I guess it's a waiting room.
Drinks and pie.
Oh my. Looks like a nice place. Oh, I can sleep here. Burn textbook. Can I do something with that? I don't think so. Yeah, it's green, so I can pick it up. Why not?
Well, if anyone could figure out a good use.
No overdue books, though. That'd be nice. Wow. Piper is really taking a liking to me really fast. I ain't complaining. Looks like her hair has gone gray. Alright, I guess that's that.
Hey there.
Whoa there. Did it just get cooler in here? Oh yeah! I like that look. The kind that says, don't start trouble with me unless you're cruising for a bruising. I can tell you're a guy with his head on straight. The smart, sophisticated type who really understands the way of things.
And yet you're looking at Piper. Okay.
Spare me the sales pitch.
Oh, okay. But there's no need to be a party pooper when the Ron's just trying to introduce himself.
Oh boy. Talking about used car salesmen, eh?
What do you do around here?
Me? I'm an information broker. I know who, what, and where. Whether you've got information or you need it, I'm the one you want to come see. I'm the Ron, baby.
You have information I need.
Well, of course I do. Wait. Say. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I get the feeling you were sent here by Jake.
What do you know about him?
Oh, Jake? The Hound Dog's a good guy. One of my best clients. I'm not gonna pretend I understand all this ASAM stuff he's doing, but he's got his reasons, and the Commonwealth's better off for it. Oh yeah! So, did Jake send you or not?
Yeah, why do you think that?
What makes you think that?
Jake told me he partnered with someone, and you matched the description he gave. Oh yeah. Not to mention, you got one of those Pip-Boy things, just like that Hound Dog Jake. So, is the Ron right? Are you the new partner?
I wonder what happens if I say he's wrong. But let's play along.
That's why I'm here.
When you're right, baby! And 9 times out of 10, the Ron is usually right. Gotta say, I'm surprised to see Jake partner up with someone. Always struck me as the lone wolf kind of guy, you know? But any friend of Jake's is a friend of the Ron's. Now, let's get down to brass tacks. The reason I asked Jake back here was so I could share some information. But since you're his partner, I can tell you the info instead. For a price. After all, I'm running a business here.
Of course.
Well, hold on. What info are you talking about?
As Jake tells it, you and he are building up settlements together. Now that's cool and all. But he's off the gas for a second. Have you stopped to think about the people joining those settlements? After all, it's the people that make a town. And surely you want the best and brightest, right?
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Huh? But you can't always tell who's hip just by looking. Or can you? You ever heard of a vigor tester? It's a kind of science machine, cooked up by pre-war nerds. It can measure a person's attributes. Use it to scan someone, and it can tell if they're as strong as a deathclaw, or as weak as a kitten. Smart as an AI, or as dumb as a mutant. Pretty rad. A useful device.
I'll say.
For some cool cat wanting to find the cream of the crop. Just so happens, the Ron knows where to find one of these vigor testers. And I'm willing to tell you where it is.
Oh, your capacity for intrigue never ceases to impress.
Piper, please. The Ron's busy with a client. However, there is a small matter of payment for this information. 300 caps. Sound fair?
Nice touch. Let's see. You can do better. What if I don't pay? I don't mind paying, but less.
Businessman, right? You can do better.
Ain't no one who can say the Ron don't know how to business. Let's say 250 caps. You sly cat.
No.
Is that the best you can do?
Oh, you'll bleed me dry. 200 caps, but no less.
Why not?
Sure. Here you go.
Oh, yeah. First things first, take this folder. That's all the info the Ron could dig up on the Vigor tester. Now, according to the Ron's records, last known location of the tester was Vault 81.
Oh.
But dig this. That vault's still active. Still has residents inside. So, common curiosity says you knock first. If you can get inside, ask someone in charge about the tester. If it's still there, chances are they'd know. On a side note, if you're looking for able settlers, I got a few leads you might be interested in. Here, this info's on the house.
Cool.
Vault 81?
What? You never heard of the vaults? What hole did you crawl out of? They're big underground bunkers, built to keep people safe after the bombs fell. And Vault 81 is one of them. But unlike most vaults, 81's still active. And according to the Ron's records, that vault's the last known location of the Vigor tester device.
Well, I know what a Vigor tester is.
Who are these
now?
When people want to know things, they come and see the Ron. And sometimes people want to know of a good place to settle down. That note has a few names of such people. Those wanting to find somewhere suitable to start a new life. If you're in need of skilled people, you should follow up on those names.
Alright. Thanks.
Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Ask, and you shall receive. Oh yeah! Since it appears Jake is busy, I suggest pursuing the Vigor tester yourself. If you don't know where Vault 81 is, it's near the old Chestnut Hillock Reservoir. Just look for all the water. You can't miss it.
Hey, can I hire him? That'd be great.
You interested in coming to work for me? I have a good spot you could set up shop.
And leave my cool-as-ice broker gig? No way! If information is power, then I'm the most affluent man in the Commonwealth. And, no offense, but working for someone would really cramp that image. Oh yeah!
Man, I don't know what he's smoking, but I'll have some.
That's it?
That's it. Feel free to come back and see the Ron anytime you need information. Oh yeah.
Cool. And now he's just trying to walk into a... Oh, he's getting a drink. Sweet. It's a nice addition. Alright, let's see. So, what did we get? We got the schematics for the Vigor, but I still need to pick up the Vigor. That's kind of odd. Where are those schematics I picked up? Dropco schematics. Oh. I guess I have to hand them to somebody and they will change them into something I can use. Just as we did in the sub-basement there. Alright, so what is that stuff about extra settlers? This is the Vigor meter. Painting the town, this little side quest. I can do that. Talk to Jack Cabot. Yeah, we're not going to do that for a while. Nor this. Nor that. Nor that. Okay. Well, since we've been mostly talking to NPCs this episode, I'll just continue that and fill the time, so let's see what the detective can say about my kid.
Told you your luck wouldn't last forever.
Oh, the Freedom Tyrrell quest that just started because we listened to the conversation outside.
Forget the bills.
Hello.
Something wrong?
The photographs. He never did photograph well. Another stray coming in from the rain. Afraid you're too late.
It's not
Office
raining.
is closed.
I know you must be busy, but I won't take much of your time, miss. It's important.
You're right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be rude, but it's just... the detective... he's gone missing.
Nicky's missing. What has he gotten himself into this time?
The irony.
Picture on milk carton time?
If only it was that simple, right? Nick disappeared working a case. Skinny Malone's gang had kidnapped a young woman, and he tracked them down to their hideout in Park Street Station. There's an old vault down there they use as a base. I told Nick he was walking into a trap, but he just smiled and walked out the door like he always does.
Hey, I'd love to help, but there's a small matter of expenses.
Money, huh? I do have 125 caps in the old rainy day fund.
Alright, since Piper doesn't like that and I don't really need the money, I'll just
Who's this Skinny Malone?
skip on that.
I don't know much about him, but he's from Good Neighbor, and that means he's in the well-pressed suits and machine gun school of thuggery.
You said Malone's from Good Neighbor?
Yeah, it's a tough neighborhood. Northeast a ways. People with power there care about two things: style and body count.
Cool. Alright.
I'll find him. You have my word.
Thank you. Nick should be easy to spot. He's always wearing that old hat and trench coat getup. Please, hurry.
And half his face is missing. You might want to mention that. Alright, and that's his bedroom. I don't think I can take anything here. Nope. Alright, out we go. So we've got quite a few spots now to go to. But Vault 81 is up next, and that's quite a quest inside the vault there that we're going to do as well. So we're going to go there for next episode and see if we can find this vigor tester. Honey bun. Oh, there she comes.